Hi, my name's Rachel Ritchie. I'm one of the librarians that supports the Faculty of Health here at SCU. In this short video, I'm going to introduce you to how to search for academic literature for your assignments. So when you start searching for literature, there's 3 steps to your search strategy. You need to plan what you're going to search for, you need to actually conduct the search, and then of course you need to evaluate what you find. I'll talk about each of these steps a little bit more on the following slides. So when you plan your search strategy, the first thing to do is have a look at your research topic. I've just identified a simple research topic here, which is ethical issues relating to aged care in Australia. So step 1 is to pick out the main concepts in this topic. There's 3 main concepts. We've got aged care, ethics, and Australia. The next step in planning your search strategy is to look at each of those main concepts and then think about the keywords and phrases. You're then going to identify synonyms or alternative words for each of those concepts, thinking about things like spelling variations, singular and plural versions of the words, and so on. So for our main concepts, aged care, a synonym or an alternative word for aged care could be elder care, or perhaps seniors. And for the ethics concept, we might want to also search for the phrases human rights or social justice. There are a few ways to identify synonyms or alternative words. Of course, you can use your own subject knowledge from your class notes or from your textbook. You can use a reference tool like a dictionary or an encyclopedia. You might even want to do just a basic search in the library catalogue or in Google Scholar to see what kinds of keywords or alternative words other people are using for that topic. Once you've identified your keywords, you then start to create your search strategy and you use advanced search operators to start putting a search strategy together. The first search operator is AND. So when you put AND in between 2 terms, you'll only find articles or results that mention both those terms. So AND returns fewer results. OR is the second search operator that you will use, and you put that in between alternative words or synonyms. So if we search for human rights or social justice, we will find articles that mention either term. So OR returns more results. The final search operator is NOT. So when you use NOT, you exclude articles that mention the term. You need to be careful when using NOT, as you may accidentally exclude some relevant results. The fundamentals of searching module in our RAISE tutorial goes into this in more detail. You can also use more advanced search operators to improve your search results. The first of these is truncation. So truncation is where you use a symbol, such as the asterisk symbol, at the stem of a word to find alternative word endings. So for example, if I put ethic with an asterisk, that will find ethic, ethics, and ethical. You should also start using double quotation marks around phrases to make sure you search these words as an exact phrase. So in this example, I've used human rights. And finally, you need to start using brackets so that you can control the order in which the search engine or the database will search your words. So for example, if I want to search for aged care or elder care, I put those 2 phrases in brackets and then add and Australia. That way the database knows that I want to find either the term aged care or elder care, but only if the article also mentions the word Australia. Once you have identified your keywords and synonyms and popped that all together, once you have identified the keywords and alternative words and thought about how you can use advanced search operators, you put it all together into what we call a search string. So for our topic, that might look something like this. So I've got a set of brackets for my first concept, which is aged care or elder care or seniors, and a second set of brackets for my second concept, which is ethics or human rights or social justice. And then my third concept is Australia at the end. With your searching, remember that it is an iterative process. So you will need to change your search string as you go. You might find new keywords that you can add to your search, or if you're not finding many articles, you might actually need to broaden your keywords. So on that point, make sure you keep track. Record details of your searches. I often do this just in a draft email, but you might want to use a Word document, whatever works for you, as long as you've got a record. This will save you so much time down the track because you can come back to your search at a later date and you won't need to repeat what you've already done. Finally, make sure you allow enough time. Don't leave your searching until the last minute because it does take quite a bit of time to conduct a thorough and considered search. Just a little bit more when you're identifying synonyms or alternative words. Think about your topic. For example, the simple concept of child protection, you could even search these as separate words. So for example, for child, we might have young person, minor, infant, and so on as alternative words. And for protection, we could use the words safety, welfare, out-of-home care, and so on. There's a second example here, alcohol or drug abuse. So in this example, I've shown you how to search for this as a phrase. So you might have alcohol addiction or alcohol dependence. You could try drug addiction or drug reliance and so on. And you may consider substituting the concepts of alcohol or drug with the actual drug name. For example, liquor. And finally, consider searching for inappropriate, older or derogatory terms such as junkie. Once you've conducted your searches, you need to review and evaluate what you've found. So if you found too many results, think about other words you might add to make the search more specific. If you don't have enough results, think about alternative words you could use to expand your search and then link them with the OR search operator. Also, have a close look at your search strategy. One common thing we see is that people use AND too many times, which makes the search too narrow. If the articles you're finding are not relevant for your topic, really examine the keywords, maybe in one relevant article that you have found, and then repeat your search including those new keywords that you've identified. And finally, just think about, have you chosen the right database for your search? I'm going to do some live searching now just to demonstrate some of these concepts in action. So here we are in the My SCU site for your unit. At the top of each page in My SCU, you'll see this library tab at the top right. So this is a good way to quickly get access to all the library's online resources. The first place that you might like to start searching is in the library catalogue, which is just this search box here in the middle of the page. The library catalogue is a good place to start. It's also a good place to do simple searching, maybe for your initial scoping search. I don't recommend using the library catalogue for in-depth searching because there's an overwhelming amount of content in there. It is a really good place to search for our print and electronic book collection though. So for example, if I want to search for books on our topic, I can type my keywords in there, aged care and ethics and Australia, and just click search. That will open up a new tab with the results from the library catalogue. Over on the left-hand side, there are a number of limits that you can use to make this search more relevant. For example, I might want to only look at books on this topic, so I can click books just to get a list of print and electronic books. If you want to have a look at an electronic book, you can click on the title and then you'll get a link to the database where the electronic book is available. In this example, the book is available in ProQuest, and you can see here it says for user. That means only 4 people can access this ebook at one time. Click on the link to open up the ebook. Now you can see I can read the book online, or I can download up to 1 chapter. So not all ebooks allow you to download the whole book. It just depends on what license we have available. If you want to look at a hard copy book, you can click on the title to view more information about a hard copy book. If you'd like to borrow this book, you can request it by signing in here. Click the link to sign in, and you just sign in with your usual SCU login details. Once you've signed in, you'll see these 2 yellow buttons. The first is to request the item. So you might want to pick it up at the library. You can also have books posted out to you. You can also click to request a scan. So we can copy or scan up to 10% or 1 chapter of a book and email that to you. I'm just going to clear the book filter off now. You can see another limit here is for peer-reviewed journals. So if you want to look at peer-reviewed journal articles, it's a really easy way to limit your search just by clicking peer reviewed. You can also limit your search by date range. So for most academic scholarly searches, we recommend looking at literature from the last 5 to 10 years. I'll just limit that down to the last 10 years. And now we have a list of peer-reviewed journal articles from the last 10 years. To read an article, there's a few ways. You can just click on the title to go to the record for that article, and then you will get a list of databases where the article is available to read in full text. Usually just click on the first link and then that will open the database where you can now read the article or download a PDF. Now, as you can see here, this search has retrieved nearly 8,000 results, which is an overwhelming number of results. And that's why I don't recommend conducting in-depth article searching in the library catalogue, because there is a large amount of content in here. So I'm going to show you now how to do some searching in the library databases to get better results. So back in my SCU here, on the left-hand side, you'll see the heading for LibGuides. If you open up the Health, Human Sciences and Social Work list and then scroll down, you'll see there's a library guide or a LibGuide for social work and community welfare. I recommend bookmarking this guide if you haven't already, because it's the best place to get started. You'll see here there's a list of key databases for social work. There's also more tabs on the left-hand side if you need to do more in-depth searching. There's more journal article databases there. And you also get links to key books, both print and electronic books for your topic. And on the further resources pages, if I just click on social work, you'll see here we've gathered together some key websites for your professional associations, research resources, government sites and so on. And these sites might be a good place for you to start searching for your grey literature. I'm just going to go back to key resources and open up a database. I'm going to start with the EBSCO databases. And as you can see here, there's a range of disciplines covered, and we've just suggested some collections in EBSCO that you might like to search within. So I'll just open up EBSCO. When I open up EBSCO, I just need to choose which database I want to include in my search, and I can tick more than one. So a good starting point is to search across Academic Search Premier. It's as you can see here, a multidisciplinary database. And scrolling down the list, two other key databases for social work include APA Psych Articles and APA Psych Info. Scroll down and click Continue to be taken through to the EBSCO search page. So you can see EBSCO gives you 3 search boxes, so it's inviting you to really structure your search into the different concepts. And the idea is that you search for one concept per search line. So just going back to our keywords, we just type one concept onto each line, and you can see as I start typing, EBSCO is starting to suggest some alternative search terms for my topic. And that's a really fantastic feature of EBSCO that is not available in the other databases. I'm not going to choose one of those because I've already identified the keywords that I'd like to search across, which is aged care or elder care or seniors. My second concept is ethics or human rights or social justice. My third concept is Australia. Once you've typed in all your keywords, click search. Now here I have a list of results. Again, on the left-hand side, there are a range of filters that I can use to make my results more relevant. So the first one I want to tick is this scholarly peer-reviewed journals. So that will get me the really high-quality peer-reviewed journal articles. And I'm also going to change the date range to the last 10 years, just by typing in the date range that I require. So I can now start scrolling through these results to have a look. If I want to read an article, I can just click the PDF full text here. So there's the PDF full text of that particular article. If you want to read an article and there is no PDF full text link available, you may see these Find It links, this little box here that says Find It. If you click Find It, what that does is open up a library catalogue search, runs a search for the article, and if we have the article available in a different database, you'll be taken straight through to read the full text of the article in that other database. So for that reason, we don't recommend limiting your searching in the databases to full text, because the Find It links will help you find the full text if you do want to read those articles. I'm going to show you a second database now, and that's ProQuest. So ProQuest is another large multidisciplinary database, and it's another really good one for social work topics. You will usually find more results in ProQuest than you do from the more focused content in EBSCO. So when you get into ProQuest, I recommend clicking Advanced Search at the top of the page, and that takes you into the search screen where you can structure your search in the same way we did in EBSCO, with each concept on a separate search line. So I'm just copying and pasting each concept. When you want to add another row, just click this link here to add. So I've got aged care and ethics and Australia on each search line, and I'll click search. Now you can see here I've got a huge number of results, over 400,000 results, and that's, as I said, because ProQuest is a large multidisciplinary database. So I'll just click modify search here. One good tip in ProQuest is to limit your keywords into a particular field. There's two really good options at the top. The first one is anywhere except full text. So if you choose that option, your keywords will be found in the title, in the abstract, in the subject headings, and so on, applied to the article. You can also choose just to search within the abstract, which is the summary of the article. I'm going to try anywhere except full text, and I'll choose that option for each of my key concepts and click search again. So you can see now I've only got 2,600 results, so far fewer, more relevant results. I can again apply limits to my search to focus this even more, so peer-reviewed, of course, to get that high-quality scholarly literature, and the last 10 years. So now I've got a very focused set of articles to have a look at. And again, I can click on full text PDF to read the full text articles. And if the full text is not available, you may see these find it links, which will take you into another database if we have the full text available somewhere else. This particular article was available from our Sage Journals collection. So that's just a brief introduction to how to search for literature in the library's databases and in the library catalogue. If you need more help, there's a few ways to get in touch with the library. Back in my SCU, we have a chat box here. So this is staffed by library technicians and librarians during our library opening hours. So you can just start typing a message here to connect to our chat. You can send us an email. You can also book a one-on-one Zoom appointment with a librarian. So just click the postgraduates link here, open up the heading for health, human sciences and social work, and you'll see each of the librarians that support social work listed here. You can just choose the date that you'd like to book the appointment, choose the time and click continue.